Hello, this is Jake and welcome back to my automotive channel. Today we have a very strange lineup behind me. This is our 3 cars that are running at the moment. We have 5 in total, including the Rover Streetwise and the Porsche 924, but they're not running at the moment. So today's video is going to be just talking about what's going on with the 3 cars behind me and what he's doing, and yeah, what's happening with them. So let's jump into it. So here are our 3 cars that are currently running on the road. Strange lineup. We got the 98 Porsche 911 996 Carrera, probably the most famous Porsche because of those headlights. The 996 is known by everyone and probably the cheapest 911 you can ever buy. We have a 1976 Chrysler New Yorker, a giant yank tank. This car is 19.2 feet long and is probably one of the longest cars to come out of America before the fuel crisis and everything and the things that happened back then. These tanks, these land yachts as they're known as, just absolutely fabulous cars, but they burn through fuel like none other. I think the best I've ever had is about 10 to the gallon, which is crazy. And then we have our everyday family car. This is a 06 Renault Megane Scenic Mark II. And it does get mistaken quite a few times for Mark 1, but this is a Mark II Scenic. And it's probably the most reliable car we have at the moment. Which is good because it's a family car and it's got to do miles. It's got to get us everywhere we need to go, especially with our little boy. So the car's always got to be ready to go. But let's start with my favourite, possibly one of my most favourite cars of all time, the 996 911. Now, it gets mistaken as a Boxster all the time because the front end is identical to a Boxster, but this is a 911. Now, if you're new to my channel, you won't know that this comes with a very rare nephrite green interior. And I bought this car about 2 months ago, over 2 months ago now, and it's been great. We've done some great road trips in it. I haven't had to spend a penny on it. The only thing I would consider doing at this moment in time is changing the plate, just because this plate's quite worn, and just to present the car a little bit better, I think it deserves a plate. And I ain't going for private plates, that doesn't interest me at all. Just upgrade the plate, just to make it look a bit better than it already does. The back plate's fine, so it's literally just that to sort out at the moment. And I love the car, it's great. I've done nearly 3,000 miles in it, I think, 2,000 something one. And he is up for sale. Yes, I have a reason for that, and we have a video coming on that very soon. But this one is up for sale, and it's going to be hard to let it go because I did say to you all I got to keep it for 3 years. However, circumstances do change in life, and yeah, he won't be staying around much longer. But there are plans. There's an whole reason it is going, and it's going to be a lot better in the long run for us as a family. Let's move on to the Chrysler New Yorker. Now, a lot of you love this car, and I love it too. However, I did fall out of love with it when it broke down because it just kept... There was loads of problems coming up, and yeah, it got very annoying. However, those problems are sorted now, and this car is back and running. And after I film this video, I'm actually going to the club meet, which they haven't seen the car for about 2 months. So we're going to take this one along and meet the guys and see what they think and have a look at their cars as well. But I've done a lot of work to this. And I did do an update. The last video was an update on this car. It's now running. We've changed loads of parts, new timing chain and everything. And thankfully, it's back up together and working as it should. I spent a lot of money on it, obviously getting it back on the road. But before we had those problems, all I really spent on it was the number plates. Proper classic style California plates. The car's never been to California as far as I know in its life. It was actually from Colorado. But I just love the plates. And Waylon Jennings, I'm a Rambling Man, on there as well. Those plates were done by State Plates. There's a link in the description. Check them out. They are fantastic. Very unique with the red wheels, done by the previous owner. Not too sure why, but I like it. It looks good. The only other money I spent on it, apart from the plates, was these gold lines. The original car coming out of factory would have had lines across the car, pinstriping, or coach lining as they call it. I've done this. I've done it in gold. The original plan was to do it in red to match the wheels, and then I thought, no, the mirrors are gold. I think it'd blend in better, especially with the badges being gold as well. So yeah, the gold is on there, and if we go all the way, it's a long walk. It's a long walk around this car, but if we go all the way to the back here, it goes right down to the rear bumper. And then I've done the same with the boot as well, which I put my own San Francisco sticker, even though again the car's not, as far as I know, never went to California, but I've always wanted to go to California, and I thought it was ideal. It's my car, I've done it, and it looks great. So I clean this car as much as I can. Same with the 911. All three cars get cleaned. The Scenet's the most dirtiest because he's used the most. But back to the New Yorker. It's a lovely car, and I've said before, this one is up for sale. Again, all to do with a plan I have at the moment. But yeah, it'd be sad to see this one go. I do love the car. I did fall out of love with it because of all its problems. But like I said, they've been sorted now. But I'd already planned to sell the car before these problems had come along. So yeah, the New Yorker's going as well. So that's going to be two cars out of my collection. But will be replaced. You know me. It'll be replaced with something. I do have plans and cars I want. But this is our Renault Scenic. Now, I've done many videos on this one, and the main focus is we bought it. It needed a bit of work. But to be honest, apart from the clutch, it didn't need anything because it's a daily driver. Yes, the window regulator didn't work on the passenger door, still doesn't work on the back passenger door, but it was great for a cheap runabout, and it is cheap to run. It gets about 39 to 41 to the gallon, which is not brilliant, but still okay. It's an MPV, multi-purpose vehicle, and there's loads of space inside. You can get a Grand Scenic, which is a little bit longer than this. And they also have seats in the back. So it's classed as I think it's a 7-seater, which is crazy. But a bit like the old Ford Galaxy my mum had years ago. I can remember that being the same. But it's got a few, marks on it, but we don't really care. It does the job. It got us to the hospital on time, ready for Alfie to be born, which was a good job because I didn't have neither of these two. Well, I had the New Yorker, but we wasn't taking that. Trying to park in hospital parking is an absolute pain. I did this, honeycomb to the car. I wanted to try it out. I was going to try it out on our one of the Alphas we had, but in the end, I thought, let's try it out on our little Scenic, and it worked out really well. It does separate the car, especially there's one local to us in exactly the same colour, but it hasn't got the panoramic glass roof, and it just stands out. It's really nice, and I am happy that I did it now. It's not everyone's cup of tea, obviously, but I'm glad I did it. And because it's our family car, everyday car, the boot will be sticker bombed, just like we've done with the Rover 416. And we've already started adding some stickers to it. We got a big road trip planned next year in Europe, so we want to get as much on there as possible. We did go to the Dizzy Cap Social the other day, and thank you again. It was a great show. We took the Porsche to that. And of course, I have my own stickers now, so if you're interested, let me know. I have a load of them on the passenger seat ready to go down to the club in a minute. And I do try and put the Rust-eze sticker from Disney cars on all of my cars. The only time I won't put stickers on a car is the Porsche, just my hashtag. And we also have our Royal Forest Club sticker here, which I believe I have another for this car. There's one stuck on the Porsche 924 as well, which I can see from here on the drive. But yeah, I did do the white wheel trims on this one as well, and I just wanted to mess around with a few things, so I put Renault on there in blue. Other than that, I've changed the center piece here because the last one was, the old one, the original one was very sticky, along with the steering wheel. I changed that. That was really sticky as well. So it's good. That's sorted now. You don't get sticky hands. Same go for the blue door handles. They were really sticky. So I changed them. And the boxes were broke. Both sides of the glove box there. And the door panel, sorry. That little down here. There you go. You see this one. They were both damaged. So I replaced them. But other than that, you know, there's not too much we've had to do. I haven't got to replace the scuttle panels. It's had a repair at some point, not done very nicely. I'm guessing it was taken out to do the shocks. To do the shocks on these, you've got to remove the scuttle. And he's having an engine mount done this week or next week, depending on weather. And then the only thing really to do is just sort the plates out. The front plate's not too bad, back plate's a bit, so I'll get that changed. And this is the Oasis model, which means it comes with a glass roof and a few other quirky stuff in the car. Not too sure. I got to read the brochure to check that out. But yeah, that is our current lineup, and like I said, it's very different to most people's lineups. But we love our cars, and I love all sorts of cars apart from the Mitsubishi Court. So that'll never be coming to the collection. But soon, these two will be gone, unfortunately. But we can make room for more cars. And I do have a project on the go coming up. So you guys will want to see that, I'm pretty sure. Going back to the old days. But yeah, my 911, still one of the best cars I've owned. It's not skipped a beat, which is lovely. New Yorker, could have had better time with it over the last couple of months, but these things happen, especially when you buy big cars like this. And I mentioned in the video of it the other day, the reason it took so long, most of that time was just waiting for parts coming from America. But he's running now, and I can use him. And then our lovely Renault Scenic, which I don't think we'll ever sell. This car will die with us. Hopefully not, but you know, it's a great car and it's ideal for our family. So that's it, guys. I will go into a video soon about the 911 and why I'm choosing to sell it. But for now, this is our cars. We have the 924, like I said, and the Rover Streetwise. They will be coming to the channel again soon. The Rover Streetwise very soon. But yeah, it's a strange lineup. We love our cars, all kinds. We got French, American, and German in a line now, which is crazy. And we have a British car in the garage as well, so a bit of everything. But anyway, I want to thank you all for subscribing. Please remember to like this video, and if you want to see more, definitely subscribe. We got some great stuff coming to the channel in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, I'll see you all soon, hopefully, and bye for now.